Now, this is security footage from that shooting that happened over the weekend from Gaslight Lounge that captured that fatal shooting.
There are a few mistakes you should never ever make in the great country of America. 1, never assume you're the only person with a gun. 2, if there are other people with guns, never assume you have the biggest gun. 3, even if you so happen to have the biggest gun, never assume nobody else will have the drop on you. Fortunately and unfortunately, the guy in this next video learned that the hard way.
And a fatal shooting over the weekend is prompting a larger Anchorage Police Department presence in downtown Anchorage,
during which you can see people running and ducking as the shooter opened fire. That shooter eventually killed by Gaslight security officer on video. Now, according to APD Chief Sean Case, for the past several weeks, APD has had 4 officers on the block to decrease criminal activities. But after last weekend's fatal shooting, which left 3 people injured and 1 dead.
I can tell by the way this guy is walking in this video. He's got his Pooh Shiesty mask on, his friend's got the backpack across his chest. In his mind, he is loving the smell and the sound of his own fart. He thinks he's the biggest, baddest in there because he's got a Glock with a drum on it. Spoiler alert, he's not. So here's what went down. It's 4th Avenue in Anchorage, Alaska, downtown, around bar break, and it's popping. People are outside the Gaslight Lounge, energy's high, probably a few fights bubbling up like they always do when alcohol and egos mix. Security's out there managing the crowd when 2 masked dudes roll up. They don't even try to get inside the bar. They just post up on the sidewalk. One of them starts getting into it with somebody near the entrance. Now, this ain't just arguing. One of these clowns pulls out a gun with a damn drum on it and just starts letting off rounds. The crowd scatters. People are ducking, screaming, chaos everywhere. But then, one of the other security guards who wasn't in a direct line of fire sees what's going on. He's posted up nearby and you can see in the footage the moment the energy shifts. This dude clocks it. He doesn't panic, he doesn't fumble, he books it to his trunk like John Wick doing a 3-gun reload routine, pops it open, grabs his AR-15, chambers around, and within seconds, puts the shooter down. Just like that, problem solved, situation handled. All hell could have broken loose, but instead one trained and situationally aware dude neutralized what could have been a bar full of body bags. I swear, the arrogance is getting out of hand with some of these young dudes. This bro walked up like he was invincible because he had a drum magazine, like that's supposed to make him King Dingaling in the middle of Anchorage. Let me break something to y'all crash out generation kids. Having a gun in America doesn't make you dangerous. It makes you normal. This is the only country on earth where I have a gun is as common as I have a Costco card. That ain't special. You think you're the boogeyman, but you're really just another dumbass with a gun and no awareness. And this fool learned that the hard way because he had the drop, he had the firepower, and to a degree had an element of surprise. And still got put down by a dude who didn't have his gun on him at the time. He had to run to his car, unlock the trunk, grab the rifle, chamber around, and he still beat you to the punch. That should tell you everything you need to know about how not having situational awareness is damn near a death sentence in a world full of armed citizens and guards who don't hesitate. And shout out to the security guard because that level of awareness is elite. You can feel the air change when shit's about to pop off. You don't need to see it, you sense it. That kind of sixth sense only comes from either experience, some level of training, or growing up in an environment where you've learned to survive by reading energy. This dude felt that shift and locked in and executed with precision. That wasn't luck, that was preparation. Meanwhile, there's this one guy in a blue shirt casually strolling by as shots are going off. Bro looked like he was sightseeing at Disney World while rounds were flying. Sir, get the hell out of the way. I don't know what's worse, being the shooter or being too nosy to value your own life. Situational awareness isn't just for guys carrying guns. It's for everybody who wants to see tomorrow. Now, let me talk to my fellow concealed carriers real quick. This could have easily been one of us out there trying to enjoy our day, and the moment bullets start flying, you go into protection mode. But here's the thing. When you draw your firearm wearing plain clothes, remember, you're not wearing a plate carrier, not wearing a badge, no indication you're a good guy. To everyone else, you're probably a threat too. And if a cop shows up mid-incident, you better hope they can read your mind in real time, because all they see is a guy with a gun. That's why how you move, how you hold your gun, how you carry yourself, that all matters. The more you train, the more natural it is to send out nonverbal communication that you're not a threat, even though you have a gun in your hand. Because trust me, nobody has any time to explain that mid-fight. And this whole situation, it's just another example of why bars, clubs, lounges, certain ones come with risk. Not everybody's there for a good time. Some people pull up to settle beef, flex egos, or just be a damn fool. And the real ones try to enjoy the night and end up dodging bullets because some dipshit got his hands on a drum magazine and decided that made him invincible that night. It's always a small group of knucklehead crash outs ruining it for everyone else. And that's personal to me. I've seen it, I've been there, I've left venues because I felt that air shift. It's real and it sucks that it has to be that way. But the world ain't fair and the streets don't run on hope. So yeah, salute to the security guard. That was a textbook example of calm, training, and decisive action saving lives. And as for the shooter, well, this is what happens when fantasy meets reality. You bring a gun to a party thinking you're the final boss, and you end up being the tutorial level. This is exactly why I always tell people, get some kind of legal protection. That's why USCCA sponsors this channel, because I believe they offer the best comprehensive coverage when it comes to self-defense. It's not just about legal protection, it's about training, knowledge, and understanding how to avoid these situations before they even happen. But if you ever do have to defend yourself, you do not want to be out here alone. So click the link in the description section to check out a USCCA membership. And even if you decide it's not for you, I still encourage you to look at other programs, because I'd rather you have something than nothing. Because in today's world, people sue for the dumbest shit. And even if you win, you still have to pay thousands in legal fees just to defend yourself. So get protected, click the link in the description section, and don't be the person who learns the hard way. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.